Good morning, everyone. In today's meditation, we continue on the theme of the resurrection of our body and the implications of life in the world now. I'm going to read from 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 6. Therefore, wrote the Apostle Paul, we are always confident and know that as long as we are at home in the body, we are away from the Lord. For we live by faith, not by sight. We are confident, I say, and would prefer to be away from the body and at home with the Lord. And so we make it our goal to please him, whether we are at home in the body or away from it. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each of us may receive what is due to us for the things done while in the body, whether good or bad. It's interesting that the theme of confidence runs through this little section from which I'm read. That confidence is based on the resurrection of Jesus in history, the fact that he was bodily raised from the dead and that 500 plus people attested to it, gives us confidence that there's life beyond this one. But the Apostle Paul talks about the tension in which all of us who belong to Jesus find ourselves, because we know that the best is yet to come beyond this life. We know that it would be better to be even now with the Lord. And yet here we are in the world, in this temporary tent. The early part of chapter 5 talks about how we groan, living in this body. There are pains and hurts being part of this world. But we have this temporary tent, but we have to live in it and make the most of it, really, is what the Bible is saying here. For we live by faith, not by sight. In other words, even in this body which isn't perfect, which sometimes is painful, we yet have faith that what will be the resurrected body will be, and we press on knowing that that is ultimately what awaits us. And our goal here in the world is to please him, the Apostle Paul says. In fact, that's what the calling of every Christian is, now or then in the future, to live to please God. For we must appear, he wrote, before the judgment seat of Christ. Now, this judgment seat is not the great white throne where people are judged to do with their destination, heaven or hell. This is a different judgment seat, a judgment seat that particularly involves Christian people, where our lives are sifted for what they produced. So we don't have to worry about the destiny of hell. Christ has saved us from that. We will not get that judgment of condemnation, but rather we will receive this other judgment, which will reward us according to what we have done, whether good or bad. So it seems that there will be an experience of loss for the times that we've wasted, for the things that we've done wrong, but also great reward for those times where we've served Christ, we've lived to please God, whether it was a big deal or a small deal. All those little things are rewarded. In fact, Jesus said, if you even give a cup of water to one of these little ones, you will not lose your reward. So today we live in this temporary tent, but we know that by faith, the best is yet to come. So today we live to please him, whether we're with the Lord in body or away. God bless you. Hey, see ya.